Welcome to In the News with Double O Des. I'm Des Bernardo, giving you my perspective on news from South Africa and the rest of the world. In another very important news article right now that relates specifically to the New World Order and their ideologies and their sowing of division, and this is a News 24 article, the platform that I normally refer to when I want to look at what government wants to put out there. It says, removal of Afrikaans at UNISA unlawful and unconstitutional, the SCA has found. And it's very important that this judgment happened. The Supreme Court of Appeal ruled that the removal of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction at UNISA was unlawful and unconstitutional. And I fully agree with them. The appeal was brought by AfriForum following a High Court judgment in 2018 in favor of UNISA's English-only language policy. AfriForum argued that including Afrikaans as a language of instruction would not lead to segregation, as UNISA doesn't offer classes. A Supreme Court of Appeal (SCA) has ruled that the removal of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction at the University of South Africa, UNISA, was unlawful and unconstitutional. The appeal was brought by lobby group AfriForum following a ruling by the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria that happened on the 26th of April 2018 in favor of a language policy determining that English be the primary language of instruction at this institution. Now we know that UNISA is a home-based learning medium, so you don't actually have to go to the university. You can be anywhere in the country and then you can actually write exams. Delivering judgment electronically on Tuesday evening, SCA President Judge Mandisa Maya ruled that the university's decision to replace its dual medium language policy with an English-only policy infringed the principle of legality and was unlawful. And this is a very important judgment, and especially in the fight of preserving culture. It is very important to understand that the New World Order agencies wants to break down culture, any culture. They want to break down language, they want to break down the family unit, and they want to break down the person, even as a male or female. So this is the degree to which they will go to break down all the things that makes us unique. And it's those things that makes our country special. Our unique cultures, our diversity of belief, our diversity in how we do things. Those are all things that makes us strong against the New World Order. And any fight to break down any of those cultural things is a New World Order fight. And the people that bring these fights against the people of South Africa are New World Order agencies, and they are fighting the New World Order fight. And I will fight them with everything I've got. You have a right to be educated in whichever language you want to, if that institution makes it available. So to remove it, especially if it's something that you learn at home, there is absolutely no reason for that. That becomes an attack on a specific language. And Afrikaans is just the language of media in this specific reference, but it could be any language for that matter. Language policy set aside. The SCA set aside the resolutions of the Council and Senate of UNISA to approve a new language policy on 28th of April and 30th of March 2016. It also ruled that the new language policy adopted by UNISA, where Afrikaans was removed as a language of tuition, was unconstitutional and unlawful. The court ordered UNISA to prominently publish on its website and in 3 major Afrikaans newspapers in South Africa, as well as in an email to all its students, a notice containing a full list of the modules that were on offer in Afrikaans as at 28th of April 2016. Offering all prospective students for the next academic year admission in such modules as presented on first year level. Now this is a wide-ranging judgment, very important for the preservation of culture and language, and I would encourage any cultural group or any group that want to defend a specific language or receive instruction in a language to take that fight to the court. The Constitution protects your right with regards to that. The university should also offer all existing students, if they were enrolled in any one of those courses or would have enrolled for the subsequent year courses available in Afrikaans but had perforce to follow the module in English, a choice to enroll on the basis that they may follow the module in Afrikaans until completion of their studies. So the court is ordering restitution, and this is absolutely stunning for South Africa as a whole for a ruling like this to happen. The SCA said all the modules will have to be presented in full in the following academic years until the language policy has been lawfully amended, if at all. Henk Marie, spokesperson for AfriForum, said in November 2019 that the appeal was essential as the circumstances of UNISA are unique, as there are no classes which cannot result in segregation of students, and that argument makes 100% sense. In fact, I would argue that all students should be able to be taught in their languages from UNISA, and they should actually try that before a court and see what the court finds, and make sure that they can be instructed in the language of their choice. According to the Judgement, AfriForum trenchantly criticized the process followed by UNISA in reviewing its language policy. Its core contention was that the impugned decision violated the rights by its counts of approximately 30,000 existing and prospective Afrikaans students, which included white, black and colored students from Afrikaans-speaking communities, to receive tuition in their mother tongue. So this was an across-the-board appeal for South Africans about a language. This is not about color. This has nothing to do with color. This has got to do with preservation of culture. And like I said, the New World Order wants to break down culture. They want to break down the family unit. They want to break down language. And we will stop them. You should fight for your right in whichever mother tongue that you were raised to be able to educate it in that mother tongue. And institutions like UNISA should be able to do that for you. Because you're not sitting with a whole lot of classes where students have to sit in the class. So they can come up with modules in the various languages if the languages allow and if there's a demand. This is not a rocket science thing. This is a common sense thing. So it's very important to understand, once again, just to end up in summary, that New World Order agencies wants to break down your culture, that our strength lies in our cultural differences in the country. It's not a weakness, it's a strength against the New World Order. That our diversity in beliefs, as long as we can agree on certain values and principles, is what gives us strength. And they want to break that down. They want to break down the family unit. They want to attack our children by teaching them things in school that break down language, culture, family unit, the fact that we are born male and female, all those things are being broken down by New World Order ideology. Because they want to create a society where people are not different, where everyone is the same. And this is wrong. You cannot force people to be the same. It's fine if people are different. It's in fact one of the wonders of God's creation is the fact that we are different, that we have different skills, that we can do things differently and still be united under the same values and principles. And this is very important in the fight against the New World Order. Till the next video, thank you for subscribing. Please click the bell icon if you want notifications to my videos. And thank you to the thousands of people now that have reached out to me. I've spoken to many of you. I've really enjoyed talking to you. We're organizing these many events where I will get together with you, talk to you in person, where I'll be able to give you a lot more information. And I really look forward to that. Thank you very much.